Well, this was at the end of 2019. A group of Oakland high school students doing what most teens do, scrolling socials, going to pep rallies, the seniors excited to reach the top. While student leaders, including Denelson Garibo, Dwayne Davis, and Micah Smith-Dahl, fight for the school district's police to be removed from their halls, so the millions of dollars spent there could be redirected back to the students, making mental health resources and other programs available. Produced and directed by Peter Nix with Ryan Coogler as EP, Hulu's new documentary Homeroom takes an in-depth look into students' lives over the course of a year that was like none other.
Initially, we were going to be much more focused on making a film about the emotional lives of young people and really exploring what it means to be a young person coming of age in a rapidly changing world. I think that premise still kind of holds up to some degree, but we were much more focused on the mental health of young kids of color in the beginning.
By the time the beginning of 2020 rolled around, it quickly shifted to showing us something deeper.
Once, Ahmaud Arbery was murdered and then George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, that really sparked outrage within the world. And with us already having the initiative to get rid of the Oakland School Police Department, I think that the help of social media and, the unfortunate deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor during the summer of 2020, it really made people tone into our initiative and really get with it, I'd say. There were a lot of people who were against it at first, which is why in the film you see, I don't want to give away too much, but there were a lot of roadblocks that we had in the film. Right. With the help of social media and the events of summer 2020, the unfortunate events of summer 2020, it really dragged more people into the initiative and helped more people understand why we wanted to get rid of the Oakland School Police Department.
Why did it have to take that?
You know what? I often ask myself the same thing, but I think it just takes, it's hard for people to be empathetic, I think. And in order for people to really understand where you're coming from, they have to experience it themselves.
And we have nothing to lose but our chains.
Seeing everything unfold last summer, Dwayne Davis, who was a senior at the time, inspired by his friends who organized other protests, managed to pull his own together, with thousands of people marching through Oakland, calling for change to the system and their school.
Black future, black graduates, black children.
We see in one part of the documentary, you're like, we need to do a march right now. Talk to me about that, because it seemed like it started with you.
And it was really those two protests that made me say, you know what, we're getting along with this. We're gonna make this a movement, not a moment. My main drive, I would say, for community organizing is not for myself. It's for those other generations. So, fighting for them, fighting for my children. I don't have any yet, but fighting for my children for the future. It was definitely like one of the most stressful days of my life. But it was so worth it, the outcome.
Now, Pete, this kind of happened to you while you were experiencing just a personal tragedy.
Part of the whole focus initially of the film, exploring the emotional lives of young people of color, was that we had been struggling with our daughter for many years, and she suffered from depression. And we lost her at the beginning of filming in September 2019, and I was going to sort of cancel the film, but I decided to keep going, and to some degree, almost kind of like the way Dwayne's describing it, like when you experience a trauma, then it's good to grab onto something that's meaningful and occupy your mind and your spirit. And so that's what I did. She was to graduate in 2020, and so it's the film's dedicated to her, and she's in there and she's with us as we move forward and step out and share this film with the world.
What do you think she would have said about the film?
She would say, "I'm shook. I'm shook, Dad." Like she was funny, She always reacted to my films, like The Force, when I played at Sundance, she was blown away by it. And she always surprised me that she's paying attention. Like I never thought she's totally paying attention. Then she'd let us know that she is paying attention. And I think that's the story of these kids, and what she taught us when she's teaching us, what Wayne and his friends are teaching us is they do understand actually more than we realize.
That hope resonating with the now college freshmen who press on. Dwayne is attending Cal State LA, forging a new path forward towards a career in acting and producing while still rooted in activism.
We are all just trying to stay afloat during the pandemic and still trying to organize within our community and be adult allies to all of the student organizers.
Both the documentary itself and the man behind the lens giving us this insight, showing us what it means to be resilient.
I think that's the major theme of the film, that optimism. It is a dialectic, and I think for me and my family working through grief has been so much about learning about that dialectic, that notion of how you hold two seemingly contradictory things simultaneously. So, loss and hope and, grief and joy, those are the things that sort of, we have a constant interplay between those things. That's the essence of being a human being. And for me, what's most exciting is, providing an opportunity for those sparks to happen for not just adults to rethink how they see young people and the role that young people can play in the adult world, but also allowing young people to see each other and themselves reflected in this way, because I think it's a rare opportunity to do that.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.